Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we are going to discuss an important topic in computer memory, the difference between RAM and ROM. Both RAM and ROM are types of memory used in computers and other electronic devices, but they serve very different purposes. Let's break it down step by step. The first thing we need to understand is the full form of RAM and ROM. RAM stands for Random Access Memory. ROM stands for Read-Only Memory. Let's discuss the second point, the type of memory. RAM, Random Access Memory, is a volatile memory, which means it only stores data temporarily. The moment you turn off your computer, all the data stored in RAM is erased. It is designed for quick and temporary data access. On the other hand, ROM, Read-Only Memory, is a non-volatile memory, meaning it retains data even after the power is turned off. ROM is used for storing essential system instructions that should not be lost. For example, when you are working on a document in RAM, if your computer suddenly shuts down, your unsaved work is lost. However, the ROM in your computer still holds the necessary startup instructions, so the system can boot up again. Now, let's discuss the third point, the function of RAM and ROM. RAM is used as temporary storage for data and applications that are currently in use. It allows the CPU to access information quickly, making it essential for system performance. RAM helps in multitasking, allowing users to run multiple applications smoothly. ROM, on the other hand, contains permanent instructions that are crucial for computer to function. It stores firmware in the bootloader, which helps start up the operating system. Unlike RAM, ROM is not used for running applications, but for storing essential system data. For example, when you open a game, its data is loaded into RAM for quick access. However, the basic boot instructions that allow your computer to start are stored in ROM and remain unchanged. Next, let's talk about the fourth point, speed. RAM is much faster than ROM because it constantly interacts with the CPU to process data in real time. The processor frequently reads and writes data to RAM, so speed is a critical factor. On the other hand, ROM is slower than RAM because it is mainly used for storing firmware and system instructions that do not require frequent modifications. Since ROM does not need to process real-time data like RAM, speed is not its primary focus. For example, when you are playing a video game, the graphics and gameplay data are loaded into RAM for instant access. Meanwhile, the ROM stores permanent settings like system firmware, which are accessed less frequently. Now, let's discuss the fifth point, how data is modified in RAM and ROM. RAM allows both reading and writing of data continuously. This means the CPU can change the data stored in RAM as needed. Programs and files are loaded into RAM, modified, and then erased when no longer needed. ROM, however, is mostly read-only, meaning it cannot be modified easily. Some types of ROM, like EEPROM, allow rewriting, but the process is slow compared to RAM. The primary purpose of ROM is to store permanent instructions that do not need frequent changes. For example, when you type a document, the data is temporarily stored in RAM and can be changed freely. However, the BIOS firmware stored in ROM is rarely updated and remains the same for a long time. Finally, let's discuss the last point, examples of RAM and ROM. There are different types of RAM. DRAM, dynamic RAM used in most computers, but requires constant refreshing. SRAM, static RAM, faster and more expensive, used in CPU cache memory. There are also different types of ROM. PROM, programmable ROM, can be programmed once but not changed. EPROM, erasable programmable ROM, can be erased and reprogrammed using UV light. EEPROM, electrically erasable programmable ROM, can be rewritten multiple times using electrical signals, commonly used in BIOS updates. For example, the RAM in your laptop helps run applications smoothly, while the ROM in your smartphone stores the firmware that controls basic device functions. To sum it up, RAM is like your workspace, where you keep temporary files while working, and ROM is like a manual, storing permanent instructions that the computer needs to function. Understanding the difference between RAM and ROM is crucial when choosing a computer or troubleshooting performance issues. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more tech-related content. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.